So we're looking at the steering ball on a brute force 750, 650, all the Kawasaki's. Seems to be where most of the play comes from. I got it torn off here. It's this thing. They get dirt and they get loose pretty quick, and they're pretty expensive. But this thing, it serves no other purpose other than to go left and right. It doesn't really need to be a ball, I guess. I'm going to see if I can't fix it. I'll be adding some shims in the top to space this out and press this down and keep it pressed down, because once this is pressed all the way down with shims, then it's tight again. But I found that you go to put it together and all your weight sits on this ball no matter what you do. So it just clamps back onto that ball, and it's the same amount of looseness as before, even though I did add some shims to the top. But I'm going to try something different here. If I remove that little bit of metal that's sticking out, this thing is perfectly tight. Now I'll put a grease nipple in the front here, and then the shims on top. I did it to my other quad and it seemed to be pretty damn tight, so I'm going to try this one too. I'm just going to video this one just so that everybody can see how to save 150 bucks or whatever those damn things are. Back to the workshop here. So I got some of these shims just from the hardware store, and they fit inside that backside just perfect, and then I clamped it in at an angle. It seems to work good, and this is nice and sturdy. This is what I'm going to be taking off, is this ring right here. I'm just going to take it off with a grinder. Now that is nice and flat, so when I tighten up my steering stem, it'll be tight again. So I drilled this out with my 1364 drill bit, and that's my grease zerk I'm going to put in. I'm just going to tap it out. Work good. I just have to deburr the inside of this where I drilled out, probably with my round file. So this is where I'm at. I had to use some smaller washers and then just drill them out a bit for the stem, because the washers need to fit like that, and then this seal fits over top, and these washers actually fit perfectly in that seal, and that is going to press that solid for us. So now when I clamp against that bottom part, it can't move because it's also going to be clamped against this this flush mounting surface here. So this is going to be flat and pressed from the other side, and I removed the excess material so that stays nice and flat and solid. So the steering stem is just two 12mm bolts, one here, one on the other side. Take those off first to take it off, and then use a 17mm wrench on the bottom here, and use a pipe wrench on this right here. You can see my pipe wrench marks if you need to back it up. Sometimes you can grab this and back it up too. That's how you take it apart and put it together.